Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope you can hear me. I hope the sound goes well. I just got a wonderful conversation with my VIP club members, and we had some guests. So that was wonderful. We talked. Hello, Mark. Can you hear me, by the way? I hope you can. So we had a meeting with our weekly Zoom call. It was a lot of fun, and we actually talked about a lot today about some personal things and things we learned through the tough experiences, and how sometimes you're just one decision away from, a new life. You can wake up to a new day, or regular morning, or you can wake up to a new life. It was great today sharing. We kind of got personal. I felt comfortable sharing some of my story in my club. Guys shared how they dealt with difficult times. It was just wonderful. We talked about the things that really have a special meaning for Ukrainian women, and I think I'm going to make a video about that. So that is coming. Some things that maybe are regular for American, culture, but have a really special meaning for Ukrainians. So that video is going to be called Woman, Your Place is in the Kitchen. So that video is coming up. But today, guys, I actually have a short message for you, and that message is about gratitude versus complaining. So sometimes, if you will pay attention, how many times you complain in a day, how many times you complain about the weather, the government, the traffic, or whatever it is. Complaining is one of the worst habits we have, and unfortunately, that is something that is so common for us to use that we don't even notice when we complain. Often we complain all the time. And that is one of the most unattractive thing about the person. You can be a beautiful woman or, a good-looking man, but if your habit is to complain and blame everybody else, that kind of takes that attraction point away. And the thing is, again, we don't even notice that we are complaining. So my thing that I would like just to remind today, because today is Sunday, it's the beginning of a new week, and my message today is turning complaining habit into, first of all, noticing it, and secondly, turning complaining to actually gratitude. It might sound ridiculous at first, like how do you turn complaint into gratitude when you were just not happy about it's raining today? How do you turn that into something positive? But the thing is about that is it actually can be a positive thing if you want to turn it around and see what you could do with that. It can be very positive. And, if it's raining today, for example, maybe you have time to relax and read a book with your child, or do something in the home that you wanted to do. I think some of the positive habits can be learned. And I think people that have seen more in life, that seen some more pain in life, have some tough experience, they don't complain as much. And since you guys learning mentality of Ukrainian women through my video blog, I want to tell you that a lot of Ukrainian women you meet, the real ones, they went through some tough stuff in their life, regardless of their age. Some of them raised the children by themselves. Some of them work 5 jobs. Some of them went through some tough things back in the Soviet Union, dealt with some pain, some things that were unfair, and there was nobody to help them or protect them. So if you will come out as a complainer, as a person that cannot deal with difficulty, that the first red flag for a real relationship. That's just what I want to say. And I think for us, not even talking in terms of relationship with others, but I think for us, the complaining has this like weird energy, you know, when we are kind of this victim mode and everybody do everything wrong for us. When we are in that mode, we are worse to ourselves. You know, we are kind of stepping into that state when we make our lower selves shine, you know, instead of encouraging ourselves and saying, hey, you know, this is great that my car broke down today, you know, I could have been something much worse, you know. By the way, I was, you know, guys, I'm making a lot of videos in my car. So one of these days I was making a video in my car and it was about to get dark and my car would not start. Like everything was fine, but all of a sudden, and like it started to get really dark and I'm trying to like start and it's like dead. So I wasn't sure what was happening. It turned out to be a battery, just died on me without any warning. And I was like, man, I was doing these videos, you know, and I was doing things. And here, you know, I was going somewhere. It was Friday night. I was going to meet somebody, and I was like, oh my gosh. But then I was like, okay, I can complain that, oh my gosh, what a misfortune, my car stopped. Or I can turn around and say, hey, you know, I have insurance, so I can call them. You know, I am not. It could have been much worse. I could have been in the middle of the road, somewhere on the highway. You know, stopped. You know, with a crying child. You know, what I'm saying is sometimes we think that what we have is like a global problem. Nobody else have ever been through that. And this is total not true. When we learn about other people's life and all this, you know, famous or successful people that we see that is, you know, well publicly known, we presume that everything was great in their life and, you know, they are rich and famous and so on and so forth, when these are people that overcame the most obstacles. If you read after autobiographies, if you research those people, usually they were the least successful. Sometimes maybe they were like an ordinary class. Sometimes if that was a lady that was like, you know, least popular, and all these people went through many challenges. And instead of complaining about their circumstances, they turn them around and turn them into their strengths. If you even listen to TED Talks, you know, if you listen to like basically any kind of success story, you will see the story of overcoming and story of just going through those obstacles. It's easy to presume that everybody else have a great life and everything is perfect. Like right now my camera is acting crazy. So it's definitely not perfect, but you know, we don't have to be perfect to be happy, you know, and it's impossible to begin with. So I'm kind of was inspired to make a complaining video because I received some letters to my personal email complaining about the circumstances and, you know, the women and blah blah blah. And my advice to the person that wrote me that letter is try to turn your complaint into gratitude. Hello, Scott. Hello, Mark. And everybody else. Hi, guys. So try to turn that complaint into gratitude and see how you can turn that around. Because there is somebody who wish they would be in your place right now. You know, we take for granted everything. Unless we have a big wake-up call, unless something really big happens, we take good things for granted. And another reminder that is complaining is a hugest turn off. If you have a habit of complaining, it's harder to bring beautiful things in your life, because complaining and appreciation simply do not live in the same room, you know, on the same. They don't sit anywhere next to each other. Complaining and appreciation of what you have and gratitude, they never together. So you need to choose whether you appreciate and love what you have and striving for more, or you complain about things and make everybody else responsible. Plus, it's one of the biggest turn-offs when you are with somebody else. You know, when you are in a relationship, the habit of complaining is also very contagious. Sometimes couples that don't really get along very well, the only subject they get along on is complaining, because they can sit together and like enjoy the victim mode and enjoy the negativity, you know, as if it's like some kind of special dessert. So that is my message for Sunday night, guys. Thank you for joining. Whoever gonna watch later, thank you. I'm in a really great mood, excited for the week to start, and let's have another look at the things we have and be really grateful for what we have right now, because we're blessed to have it. Thank you.